on Overpass, and they might just be able to get it over the line today against Team Liquid.
Yeah, felt a bit better about the chances of that when I saw that the last map of this series was Overpass. Not that Liquid are too shabby on it either. Liquid going to start out on that T side pretty early on here. So like I said, I think it's going to be good to see who's going to have the stronger of the two CT sides. OC going for a push up of long, and he does take Naf out. That's a whole belt of utility out of the equation now. Only Grim has any grenades left over for Liquid. They have lost that A side of the map, at least for the time being. Meanwhile, Liquid starting to storm up bathrooms onto this A site. Going to pick up the pace as the rotation comes in from Cloud9.
Yeah, Floppy heard and called that one a little while ago, although the smoke is going to stop MOTM in his tracks for now. Good position just outside of Bank. OC again going to be coming in on the flank too already for him. Looking good on Overpass. JT trades it as Grim needs to try to wrap around now, but the time is ticking down. OC hears this rotation and another found. Big round coming out on the retake for C9.
That is not the player you want to be seeing getting warmed up really early on into this game, Jordan.
No, definitely not. And Cloud9, they've looked really good on the pistols so far today. They've really been pushing Team Liquid in those initial rounds. You're exactly right. You're alluding, of course, to OC finding that 40 bomb earlier on in ESL Pro League this season. CT side of Overpass, he was sort of all over the place, just dominating. But it was the T side where he really sort of made the difference for Cloud9. So that's going to be good news for C9 if they, struggle a little bit on this CT side. Maybe moving into T, they're going to have a good time.
Yeah, and at least in terms of the map stats, the T side is actually the favoured side for both of these teams. So whoever gets the most value out of their CT side is going to be performing a little better, and so far that's been Cloud9 already getting that pistol, but now they must deal with the hero AK dropped to Stewie by Naf.
He's been feeling it. He was 15-0 before falling a couple of times over on Inferno, and will be able to trade it here for control of the playground now. C9, they've lost a weapon, which has been retrieved by Grim.
Yeah, Motive very deep on his own there. Naf keeping tabs on this flank in here. Does get cleaned up by Floppy, but at least the information's there for Liquid, who are still, for the time being, in no man's land, sitting up around party. Really, this round rests on Stewie's shoulders and how much impact he can have with that AK and armor. Twist does have an M4, but he doesn't have the armor to play with.
This is maybe going from bad to worse for Cloud9. Stewie's chimed in with one as well. Only two remaining on the defense, and Team Liquid are going to have a free passage into the A bomb site. Sonic's on the rotate, but he won't get there in time to stop them from making their way onto the site itself.
Stew, solid position just on the truck, waiting to peek on the contact. Full focus from C9, and there it is. Sonic, he's going to fall. Floppy now last alive in the 1v3.
Yeah, and we give Cloud9 some praise for their pistol rounds. I think their anti-ecos, their anti-forces do leave a little bit to be desired, because that's now the second or third that we've seen Liquid be able to pick up after Cloud9 won the pistol.
Oh, that's a beautiful one deke from Grim. At a range like that, when you've got a counter strafe and raw adjust, that is not easy to do. That is a smile of a man that's just like, wow, got it done with an AK and a handful of pistols.
That's a man living the dream.
Yep. It's definitely hyped all the boys up there. You love to see it. Now Cloud9 gonna have to take this double eco. Unfortunately for them, in a bit of a rough position now.
Ooh, close range. OC can't get it done this time. We do see MOTM and JT looking to re-aggress over towards long as Team Liquid, just dealing with everything. Naf finds two into short, and that is a great way to be. Great place to be for Liquid. MOTM does hit back onto a Liege. Now that's going to be a rifle retrievable, but can it get too much work done?
Potentially so. I mean, might even just want to... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, might want to just save that one, but looks like JT's going to get his hands on a rifle as well.
Yeah, is this tantalizing prospect now for Cloud9 to try for a retake, or are they more interested in saving the guns?
They don't have a kit. They can't get across the map and try to get that defuse in time, let alone clean out all the Liquid players. But just getting these rifles changes up how this next round might play out. They still won't have great money. And I think Liquid getting that Hero AK round with the Deagle win across the board really breaks up the momentum for the CT side a little bit more. You know, if they got that pistol, they got onto the full buy with the AWP, probably would have seen Cloud9 get rolling pretty quickly, but it's good to see Liquid already getting back in charge, already keeping Cloud9 in check before they can build up too much confidence and start to roll away with this game. I'm keen to see in round number 4 here what Cloud9's going to do with these 2 rifles. Is it just the pistol armor around the rifles and try to make something happen before they go for the buy in the next?
He didn't even can a strafe. He was just running. Oh, MOTM.
It is just the pistols here. Just the pistols around the 2 rifles. So quite a dangerous buy for Liquid to be contesting. Can't be taking any chances here. And Cloud9 still will be able to buy up into the next.
Oh, it's an aggressive approach. MOTM all the way up, but he's just going to be running into the wall for now, waiting for the aggression. But Elige deals with it nicely. Now OC and JT both very close, but they're going to separate. JT could be in trouble here.
Yeah, really needed someone to help him out there. Could have been a different story had there been a second player on long, because Team Liquid would have been trying to deal with MOTM. Weren't focusing on the long angle, but either way, Team Liquid, they do get away with that initial pick unscathed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a while ago now, but if you cast your thoughts back to Dust 2, Cloud9, they found a lot of success with Modem and OC working in tandem, just aggression from the rifle or on the CT side up catwalk. It might be a similar dynamic here on Overpass with OC just holding down that extra angle with the AWP and Modem being sent in towards that party side. Question is how much success he's going to find. This is cute from Cloud9. Pushed all the way through Underpass, and they've got the boost ready on B in a retake setup. But it's not really going to do them any favors because Liquid, at least for the time being, it is walking towards A.
Well, OC on the flank is going to get a whole world of information and maybe a pick or 2 if he can line it up. Twist venturing down in the connector, won't be spotted initially. How's the timing go here? Oh, there it is. Info gained, but missed opportunity. Twist too sharp. Not going to be caught off guard this time. And from here, C9 just looking to get some exits.
Keen to see if C9 actually continues this aggression on that first CT gun round. They will have the AWP, access to at least the AWP on Modem. Sorry, not Modem, OC rather. But it's going to be potentially light on the util or a glass cannon if they want it.
Oh, nice shot from Floppy, but it's a wooden spoon prize in the end. Liquid are off to a pretty decent start. 3-1.
Yeah, building up quite a bit of cash as well. So they are about where you'd want them to be on that T side. They've got plenty of cash to play with. Similar start to what we saw on Inferno. Except this time they got that second round across the line rather than just the pistol. No AWP in this round actually for Cloud9. They've chosen to not go glass cannon there. Instead just going for the 5 rifle and the utility. How much aggression are they going to throw into a round like this? Especially over towards the A side of the map. I'm interested. Between Modem and OC. Does seem like Modem once again throwing that progression smoke onto party side and pushing straight up, but he's thinking better of it.
It's a lot of aggression on the CT side so far from Cloud9. OC maybe in a bit of no man's land now if he can get back across the bathrooms angle.
Actually,
okay.
I actually really don't like this CT side here until that pick comes out. Cloud9, they used all their utility going aggressive and got nothing out of it until OC falling back just finds that pick on party. That kind of changes things a little bit.
It seems like Cloud9 are sort of defaulting back to what they were trying to do on Dust 2, playing that aggressive, sort of high-octane pace on the CT side to catch Liquid off.
Yes.
And it has kind of not worked up until this point. OC will get traded down, and now it's back to 4-on-4. Liquid a bit more slow and methodical on their T side compared to what Cloud9 are throwing at this game.
They're punishing the aggression a lot better than on Dust 2 as well.
Yep.
Which is making a world of difference. Cloud9 trying to go for that boost up near the sign there. They do have 3 players over towards A here, so a decent setup to defend this A site here.
Yeah, Flash is starting to rain through now, and that's going to be a 1-for-1. MOTM and JT just focusing on long. That's bombed down, 30 seconds for it to be retrieved, but MOTM dealt with, and that should already be the round. But Sonic, he's coming in.
Oh, hang on.
They have heard the footsteps. They should be able to get into decent positions as Bombers recover and scrambles onto the site. Naf's going to punch the code in.
Naf and Grim both down very low on HP, so this is certainly doable for Sonic if the trade's not on point, but the trade is not required. Naf has been very sharp on that first bullet accuracy so far today, and he's going to gift Liquid their 4th round on Overpass.
Yeah, picks himself up an M4 for the anti-eco there as well. It's easier to spray down those players with the M4 when they're just using the pistols. A lot of the time they don't buy head armor either.
Solid entries coming out from Grim and Naf. And C9 just unable to hold.
Yeah, the round got a bit dicey, but they got it done, Liquid. Doing a much better job of shutting down the aggression and continuing what they've been doing all game long. Even on Dust 2 to some extent, which is just the mid to late round. Getting those key clutches across the line, and definitely a lot of pressure on Cloud9 now. Having to save, they're looking to go down 5-1 here. But they need to just try to eke out a few CT rounds once they get their money rolling, because the T side is the stronger of the two for both teams. So it's not surprising to see Liquid go up to this 5-1 scoreline lead, but they can't let it get too far away from them, Cloud9.
You could see how Grim was just trying to dance around there and stay alive. But nasty shot coming out from Elige for the entry. Grim with the double, and that's a clean anti-eco. 10 seconds on the hit, and they're done.
AWP finally finds its way into the hands of OC.
Yeah, well, he's got a bit of catching up to do if he wants to drop another 40.
Seems like Liquid much more set up towards the B side of the map this time around. Gonna double nade actually that short B jump spot, but don't find any players jump spotting there. Now starting to fall back into more of a default setup as they're moving through the map. For Cloud9, they're set up towards long A. Modem hiding behind the tree playing anti-flash, and OC looking for a pick as someone runs across that long A position. Now progression smoke up connector and onto the front of bathrooms as Liquid start to pinch bathrooms and party and make their way in towards toilets. And after hearing some of this utility, they're going to start pushing long A, but Stewie's just punished that long B push that came out from Cloud9 there.
Timing works out for Elige.
Everything seems to be working out for Liquid, except for that. JT drops Stewie, who was carrying the bomb, which is pretty critical information here for Cloud9. Problem is, though, OC's not going to have a fun time of rotating down to the B bomb site regardless, and now he's lost his teammate. A 1-on-3. More than likely would prefer to save the AWP.
Twists found. Okay, 2 alive now for Team Liquid. OC. He's mollied off initially. Flash to get up short, but doesn't want to take too much damage for free. Still extra utility to isolate the jewels and break up this crossfire. Molly to headshot, expecting Grim to be over towards water, but
This is tough.
okay, smoke the bridge. Contact found, but can't hit the shot this time. Elige deals with the swing nicely, and that's going to be 6 on the board for Team Liquid. 5-round lead here in the first half.
Again, aggression punished. Cloud9 throw that deep monster smoker, try to push through it in the mid-round. And Stewie deals with it every time that Cloud9 sets foot, aggressively postures into this map. Team Liquid are ready for it, and they punish it time and time again. It's been way too on top of things. Up now 6-1 on the T side. Cause for concern for Cloud9.
Definitely. That storyline of a very close map might be starting to peter away. Liquid have got the lion's share of the rounds so far, and Cloud9, quite frankly, haven't done anything all that impressive that's made us think that these rounds are looking pretty close. To me, that's the crux of it, is when a team gets off to a 6-1 lead, but the rounds are close, going down to 1-on-1s, you always still feel like the team that's behind is in with a chance. But so far, the majority of these rounds for Liquid have actually been pretty comfortable round wins. That's reflected in their economic situation, building up quite substantially, and Cloud9's not looking too crash hot. So, to be honest, this is not looking like a close map at all, and of course that's reflected in the scoreline at a 6-1. Stewie starts off well with a pick onto OC at the beginning of round number 8 as well, and we continue on the same path.
We do. Anti-Eco going pretty decently for Liquid as they're walking through long, which will be pushed by Floppy, it seems. Looking for some aggression.
It's going to be a world of information too. So much noise being made by Team Liquid. Flash through. Wasn't even necessary, but that's going to be a 1-for-1. Bomb spotted. Rotations can now come out for C9. But again, that rifle not found. Modem doesn't need it though, and he's just going to continue fighting another. The P250 looking so good as we send it back to the 2-on-2 situation.
Well, that would have been a bitter pill to swallow for Team Liquid, having lost that many players to the P250. But Grim and Nav still can salvage the round. They've got the weaponry advantage, they've got the HP, they've got the armor. It's no problem in the end for Team Liquid to be dropping 3 guns, even if it's just against pistols, because they've done the hard work already. They've built their money up. MOTM, he does a great job with the P250, but close enough is not good enough right now for Cloud9. They need to be converting some rounds.
See if they can do so. Into another buy. This time it's the double AWP from Cloud9. See if this is the change-up that they need, but Liquid, they're just going to change things up themselves. They're running straight out Monster.
Yeah, faster play this time from the T side, and they're already out onto the B bomb site. Cloud9, they've got an idea, but it's too late to stop them from getting into the site and getting the bomb plant down. Damage onto Stewie, courtesy of the grenade, but Team Liquid have set out and achieved what they've wanted to do.
Gets caught there. That's a bit less of a dimension to this post-plant hold. Can't hold down that flank anymore.
Elige in a rough position. Him and Twist now need to try to fight back.
No.
2-man disadvantage. It's a 2-for-2 though, and Twist now wins the one-on-one engagement. Molly on the bomb, expecting MOTM to be much closer, but he's going to try to fight here. There it is. And is there enough time? Oh, he's running into the wall. He does have a kit. Molly on the bomb, stops, and he's just barely got the time to defuse. Cloud9 find a second, AWP retrieved, but again, a costly round. 1 man alive.
Yeah, and look at the effects of that on their economy. 3.5 to 4K. Won't have anything near the buy that they just were able to put together with the double AWPs and the M4s and full utility. They're going to have to go down to a few Famases and MP9s. They got far too dicey for Cloud9 there.
Well, it's 1 round, but it's a drop in the ocean compared to what Team Liquid have already put together on their T side. And as you've already said, Pilski, they've got plenty of cash, so they can buy straight back into this one.
Just look at JT and Floppy, man. They have no utility at all to hold down this B bomb site. That's a nightmare scenario. OC isn't going to connect over towards the A site to make their life easier. And Motiv's already burning through a lot of his utility to just help OC get out of a dicey situation here. OC now pushed off the line by more utility from Team Liquid. Molotov onto brackets, a couple of counter flashes, but he's going to re-aggress.
Oh, this is so dangerous. Anyone coming out of the top of Con could find him quite easily. How's the flick? Oh, missed opportunity on a twist there. But Team Liquid aware of OC's position, so they can either avoid it or run straight towards it. Looks like Grim has chosen the latter. Oh my god, MOTM going to be flashed through the smoke. Now it's a big play. Bink onto Naf as well. So he's down to 16. A couple of bullets from the MP9, but I think Sonic has just been spotted. Elige tries to swing, and Sonic doesn't have the range with the SMG.
Yeah, not a great situation for him at all. And in comes the utility onto the A bomb site. This is nothing but a fake, though. Liquid are headed in the direction of B. No players from Liquid, though, toward A, preventing any presence or anything like that. So Cloud9 have called the bluff, and they've rotated a couple down towards B already. OC starting to clear out things towards the connector, but Floppy is the one that really needs to get work done. OC drops on the rotate as well, and poor JT left in a very sticky position. 3 players to find as the bomb plant does go down, and he keeps an eye from the sniper's nest on the bomb site. Grim yet to move, not going to be required because Elige finds the head, and that's a good response from Team Liquid. They lose a round, but then they win a really clean one following that. Reset the economy pretty much of C9, who have a bit of a decision to make now. Are we going to buy in here? Are we going to be saving? Do we have the rounds available to save in any instances anymore, or do we have to just force into everything?
C9, they into round 11. They're just going to half buy here, get a handful of pistols, trying to flick some damage, but it's not really going to matter at this point. Team Liquid just has so much cash, so I guess Cloud9, you're giving yourself an outside shot at trying to win the round, or even try to swindle an AK or an AWP away or something like that and save it into the next round. Might do you a few favors.
It looks like Cloud9 have just lost a whole lot of confidence.
I think they were trying to come in with the confidence to this map, but after the first couple duels haven't gone their way, I think they're starting to slow down a little. Liquid just punishing their aggression quite consistently. Sack on bathrooms now.
See if Grim can make his way around the stack. It's a very solid setup. Molly actually forces OC back, and Elish deals with it nicely. Twist and Naf just ripping through him.
Liquid have been very good at negotiating through these anti-ecos. Cloud9 have not really had too much success in them. And even when they have had that success, it's been quite fleeting, like that round where MOTM got the double kill with the P250. Floppy's going to chime in with one Deagle kill so far, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, you got an AK. Might try and save that over or something like that as Liquid start to reroute towards that B site. They've already got that ABC control. I thought this was a pretty cute play that I haven't seen in a while from C9 that we might take a look at. Floppy, he might get an exit or something, so if you want to see that, it'll be bottom left. But JT is going to throw a smoke towards that monster position and flash his teammates out of it. So you see the smoke lands nice and deep, allows the CTs to actually walk up. And JT is going to pull this flash out, chucks it over the top to send the boys in. And unfortunately, you see Liquid. Usually you'd want the T to be here or something like that to catch them off guard, but Liquid was set up ready for that. Anti-flash in short B and up towards the fence there and dealt with it quite nicely. But you always see those kind of things from Cloud9. They're one of those teams that they use their utility in a pretty cool way and try to throw some curveballs at their opponent.
Very cool, Mitchell. Thank you for that. Let's see if Cloud9 can be the cool guys at the end, though.
Floppy didn't save the AK, by the way, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, he got dicked.
I mean, I guess that's one way of putting it. 4v4. And traded the early stages of the round.
Liquid just going to group up towards B. Try to hit a site 4-on-2. It's going to be up to Sonic and Floppy to see how many multi-frags they can get, how good these counter flashes are working. They do get the smoke down at a pretty premium time there. And Liquid are going to give it the respect it deserves. Just go take that short B control before they take this B site. Lee just got that barrel molly ready. There's the smoke into heaven from Naf, and they're going to start collapsing on the B site now.
Counter flash comes through, slows the monster push for the moment. It's the man up short that are worried about
Twist.
Full focus, but again, Twist, he's just so good at opening up these sites. The man's a magician with the rifle.
Yeah, that spray transfer and Cloud9. You can't retake this site with a double AWP. No chance, not when that Molotov flies in your face particularly. So Team Liquid are going to get themselves to double digits, and any thoughts of a close map here on Overpass have disappeared.
Wow, sick movement.
And look, we were looking at the stats, or you were talking about the stats earlier, Mitchell, and
why are you calling
both
me
teams,
Mitchell all of a sudden?
What? Sorry, Pilly or Pilski or Mitch or the M-Man or Red Boy. Anyway,
Big M.
Big M. What do you want it? How do you want it? Sunny side up, sunny side down?
M-Lord?
Can I get a soft scramble in a Ban Marie, please, and a little sprinkle of chives?
A tambourine.
Does anyone speak that language? Because I don't.
Anyway. Mitch.
Yeah.
L.
What's up, man?
I don't even know what the point I was trying to make was.
Okay,
Okay,
their T-sides
they're
were stronger.
T-sided. Yes, both teams' T-sides are stronger, and at the moment it certainly looks that way. Team Liquid doing a huge amount of work in the first half as Moses just sits back and lets his team do the talking.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure if it's going to matter how good Cloud9's T-side are if they don't get the chance to play it. That's kind of the problem here. They're not getting enough rounds to be able to stay competitive in this series, so they need to do similar to what they did on Inferno. Try to grind back maybe 5 rounds again. Try and get that pistol and give themselves actually a shot at playing a lot more of their T-side. Because if they go down 12-3 or 13-2, something like that, and then they lose the pistol, I'd say that it's going to be quite unwinnable from that position.
it might already be at a quite unwinnable position unless Cloud9 can do something special at the end of this half. They've got a good buy here, double AWP setup, lots of util. Gonna have to start turning things around now, otherwise it's gonna be never in this series.
Liquid just taking their time. They're anticipating aggression. Flash onto that monster position, trying to send Stewie onto the line, catching someone off. Meanwhile, they are just working their way through connector. No aggression from Cloud9 whatsoever. Complete contrast to what was happening earlier in the half.
Cloud9 running out of utility here and starting to lose map control as well. OC lacking the armor. Gets aim punched all over the place by Stewie. Floppy's going to try to recontest short water, and he does a good job of dealing with Grim and also Twists.
Okay.
Actually, it was Sonic that got Twists and Floppy got Stewie. So here we go. 4 on 2. Much better from Cloud9. But can they convert the round?
That's the question, isn't it? Sonic on half, JT 1 shot away from the grave, and then Floppy and MOTM both on the AWPs. It could still become unfolded from here. Naf with a mid-sight smoke. Slow approach from C9, just looking to reposition and go in. Strength in numbers. Naf trying to play around the edge there. Not spotted just yet. MOTM needs to show his head shortly.
Naf and Elige. Definitely doable for Liquid here. Fully flashed for Naf, and they do line up for him, but he can only grab the one. Elige still deadly until he's put to bed by Floppy. That's nice for Cloud9. Really clean trades, and that's what you need to be doing against players of that caliber on the Team Liquid side.
Yeah, good stuff from Floppy. Gets the flash in there to create the space, then trades it out as well. Do you reckon, and the aggression here as well. Man did a lot of work this round, really. Do you reckon Floppy would be good at tucking people in? He said he put them to bed.
Yep. I'd let him tuck me in.
Little left, right, good night. Kiss on the left cheek, kiss on the right cheek.
Well, I don't know if you looked at his bedroom, but he didn't even tuck his own bed in, so I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay, Mac.
Mac, I bet you're the kind of guy that doesn't tuck his own bed in
Certainly don't.
Yep.
But look, I'm going to judge others for it as well.
Pilsky, I don't know about you.
I do, actually.
You're a bit of a 50-50 anyways.
I don't do it for myself, though. I only do it to make the missus happy.
That's literally me as well.
Well, that's the world, right? Isn't that just the answer to everything? Anyway, round 14, early pick onto Naf.
Well,
and there's a bit of typing in chat as well, so maybe.
Yeah, it might be a dead round.
We got a dead round,
Yeah,
maybe.
Looks like the way that they're playing.
yeah.
Could be.
I think, I might only make the bed to make the missus happy. I think Liquid's only winning this game to make the Moses happy. What do you reckon?
I'm sure they're probably doing it for themselves as well in there, but of
You
course.
Pro players wanting to win? Grim still thinks we're playing around here.
Grim's going to take it
Grim
seriously.
hasn't got the memo.
He's got the just in case.
He's got all chat off.
Look, someone said, oh, dead round, and then someone must have said, no, it's live. Like, the kill already happened.
Yep.
So now we're back to square 1 or 2 or wherever we're up to, because Floppy's turned it on its head. C9 with a man advantage. Dewey creeping all the way through as Floppy's made a world of noise, but finds one, and that's still going to be traded, favouring C9.
Yeah, this is a very, very weird one. We'll break it all down, obviously. That's the round for Cloud9.
That's big brain. That's big brain from Cloud9. They've gone and they've said, someone's gone and said dead round, and then they've gone JK, and Floppy's just jumped on top of the site and 4K'd him.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it went. But
that's exactly how it went.
Cloud9 do get their 4th. I don't know whether that's going to stay. I assume it will, based on what you've said.
A kill already happened there.
Yeah, I think if the kill happens and there's an
I only heard the
advantage.
typing in the chat after the kill.
Yeah.
So...
All right, well, I'm told by
Controversy.
my lovely voice in my head,
Yep.
which comes from the headset, actually, that round is going to be reset. So we are going back to 10-3.
Right.
There you go.
So I don't know what the issue is, but rest assured, Team Liquid betters. It's a 10-3 for now.
Controversy sorted.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Everyone can take a deep breath.
So, can I get a time check, Jordan?
You can get a time check. It's 7:37 a.m.
Beautiful. Okay, so what are we having for dinner? Brekkie, that one.
I'm probably going to go home and have some Wheat Bix.
Ooh.
Love a bit of Wheat Bix and Milo.
Nice.
Good combo for any of you guys out there that have not tried it.
I do have 1.5 liters of milk I need to use before tomorrow. So, any suggestions?
Actually, if it goes a bit sour, what you can do is you can just heat it up very, very gently, and the curds start to form, and you can make ricotta out of it.
Ah.
I don't think we want to do that, Pilski.
But that's how you make ricotta.
But I don't want to do that.
But you don't like ricotta?
I'm just telling you how to get use out of milk that's no longer useful to you.
I don't
Jordan.
want Pilski's homemade microwave sour milk ricotta. Sorry.
How do you warm something up gently? Do you like rub your hands together, but like as softly as possible, and then project your heat onto
You
it? Is
get
that
a
what we're
little
going?
flint and you start making sparks.
All I'm going to say is, Jordan, it's almost like that wasn't necessarily just my idea, but that's something that more knowledgeable people than myself have done.
I wouldn't trust
but if
you.
you don't want to take my advice, you don't have to.
Would not trust you as far as I can throw
Just
you.
pour the milk down the sink, Jordan. You don't even care about the environment.
Yep. All right, 3-10 the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we've figured everything else out.
Wait. Are you telling me cow juice ruins the environment?
Don't call it cow juice.
Look,
What? It is.
I'm sorry, Matt.
You juice the cow.
I hate to break it to you, but the dairy industry is definitely not good for the environment.
Ah.
Definitely not.
Well, anyway, rounds live. This time, JT. It's a 1 for 2 as Grim manages to snag a spray transfer there onto both the short players. 1 bullet from Sonic turns it back to a 3-on-3 though.
Yeah, so far so good for both teams, to be honest, although this would arguably favour Liquid, splitting that defense quite heavily now for Cloud9.
Well, in the 3-on-3, it's really up to Liquid to do whatever they want, go wherever they want. No aggression from the CTs. They're very much just sitting back and chilling. Now the double walk towards Monster's side. Contact onto Sonic, who shoots some of the toes, but Naf's shooting heads, and that's a little better in Counter-Strike, I've learned.
Oh, but this lineup, OC going to be stuck here at the bill line. It's another big one. Can't dance again, but it's going to be Naf with the 2 left feet. Oh, very awkwardly just spamming away with the Glock. MOTM comes in to mop it up, but OC, big hold there on B.
Big hold indeed. 10-4. Didn't really make much of a difference, did it? Cloud9 keep their guns alive as well heading into that final round of the half and might find a way to salvage things back to a 10-5, just similar to Inferno.
Over Inferno.
Look, honestly, it just, yeah. Sometimes it do be like that. It's DJ Elfish guy on the mic. Waka Inferno.
over Inferno.
Oh, no.
Wait, did you say you're going to wrap this round, Jordan?
I did not say that.
Did you say you're going to wrap?
Oh, God. That's absolutely killed me.
Can't believe you guys have done me like that. We could have just gone straight past that and no one would have noticed.
Could have. But it's the last round of the half, and you said you've got some sick lyrics. Look, there's a run boost coming out long, Jordan. Bow, bow, boom.
You're not getting this out of me, man.
You should just do your normal casting over the beat. Oh, OC, he's found the 1 kill. That's going to be pretty good for Cloud9. Let's see if they will go and take this round.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to do it like it's electro?
Electro. He's got the mic on his neck.
Yeah, pretty sick. All right, well, that's it for the music making. It looks like it's the love making over here. Sonic just penetrating Stewie is...
What?
MOTM, he's going to be almost caught off guard. Naf trying to fight this one back in the 1-on-4.
I don't know what you've just said, Mac, but anyway, I didn't like it. Naf's going to go straight on into short water, and his head gets banged off. 10-5 is the scoreline. C9 again salvaging something, but is it enough for this second half?
I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world. I want to conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world. I feel on top of the world right now. I call a shot to the man with the platinum. We only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon. That's why I'm a dominate. Taking advantage of every second. Now I ain't got time to waste. They all trying to sign my name. They want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count down in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision,
doesn't have the time.
always talks about all the other guys. Will I ever understand? Without her, it's not fair, I need you back. No more crying at the end, I'll do it again. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. I left my demons in my best. I still want something that can last. You make me feel like I'm okay. We both know that you feel the same. Ooh, baby, I got nothing else to prove.
Welcome back to the club. We got some banger beats available for you, but we also got some banger Counter-Strike. It's Liquid and Cloud9, and taking a quick look at the GG Bet odds as we head into the final half of this matchup. Very heavily favouring Team Liquid. 10-5 the scoreline after that first half, of course. And Cloud9, I mean, at least they salvaged something, but it's hard to imagine that this is going to be enough.
I don't know. I think it might be, to be honest. It depends on how the first couple of rounds of the T-side go for Cloud9, but at least the stats say that it is a little bit more T-sided for both teams. They both prefer that T-side. So Cloud9 doing a similar thing to Inferno, at least scraping together a couple of rounds towards the end of a pretty weak CT side, will allow them to, if they can take that opportunity, get off to a good start on this T side, which is a bit more favourable for them, and at least try to fight for this game. And maybe if they can take that T side pistol, they can take the first gun round and punish that CT economy pretty early on. You might see them get pretty close to 8-9 rounds before Liquid can really get rolling and get their economy together.
Look.
Seems like it's going to be another reset.
Another reset. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Whose fault is it, Jordan? Name and shame.
Well, last time it was OC that disconnected, is what I was told. I don't know what happened this time. Hopefully everything's all good. It's a pretty important series at the moment, so you want to be making sure everyone's in tip-top shape, especially going into an important round like the pistol. So off we go. Second half now live, and Liquid moving over onto that CT side with the 5-round lead. This is going to be a hard one to chase down for Cloud9.
Group up towards the backside of Monster for Cloud9, getting ready for a bit of an execute here. Liquid in the meanwhile, they take that short B control.
And from here, they're very much set up to defend the site. Grim, peeks through at just the wrong moment, and that's going to be site control for C9, but They still haven't got control of short here. No one clearing it out. That's going to be the bomb on the ground, not planted. OC needs to come in and help out here, but twist another. Sonic, he's going to be traded through. It's just a complete plethora coming out of the bottom of Maze, and it's up to OC now, 1v4, and he's not going to be able to see a thing.
That's going to make things a little harder for Cloud9, not going to lie, Jordan.
Yes, it is.
Didn't mind that pistol approach from them. They get the smoke into heaven, Molotov onto the barrels and a couple flashes over the top, but unfortunately, that kind of a strat works a little bit better when the CTs are playing actually on the bomb site. Yeah. Unfortunately, when you go and throw that strat and the CTs are attacking you from ABC as well as short P, it's kind of like you're boxed in there when really the plan all along was to try to find some fights and set yourself up nicely on the bomb site. Really, it's kind of become your prison at that point.
It's going to be the full save for Cloud9. They're making a lot of noise, and Naps spotted the majority of them. Might have overpeaked a bit here, and he's going to be run down, but he does have the backup of Elish, who's ready for the trades. Tap, tap, tapping away with that MP9, the staple gun, and it's 12-5.
Well, economy is one of the staples, so I guess it's a staple gun in more than one way, because he's going to make a hell of a lot of cash off of all of those Glock kills the man's found. And he's going to buy an AWP as well. Is he going to keep it? I don't think I've ever seen Elish AWP in my life. He's not throwing it to anyone. I think Elish is about to AWP.
He's got spawn to peek Fountain, so that's why he's going to have a crack with it. But C9, will they be ready for it?
Going to peek on the close angle with that good spawn as well. Did have the opportunity to, and that's probably why you don't see Elish AWP too much. Wow. Single scope and doesn't manage to connect there. Now the spam through the smoke. That's gone terribly for Liquid.
It's a good start for C9 though. They're going to be very happy with that. And AWP retrieve for OC, so he's even more happy. A flash up, Stewie just trying to buy some extra time for these rotations to come through. He's actually gone and tanked a bit of that Molotov, but couldn't quite get the kill on MOTM. Big nade though, dunks on him.
Great util. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to get Liquid back into this round. Cloud9 still yet to set foot on the site with that bomb. Now smoking off the dumpster position. They do punch in the code, and they're going to try to set themselves up in a better place. But Liquid are towards this dumpster and the bank position. Going to attempt this retake still, actually.
Interesting attempt for Liquid, obviously being at a numbers disadvantage, having a bit of a lack of utility. Yeah, there's a couple of smokes, but surely this can't go well for Team Liquid. Anyway, Grim's going to lead the way onto the bomb site, and he's helped out by Twists, who's already found that pick, but even though he gets the smoke down onto the bomb, there's no chance of defusing inside of that when 3 players are still alive. So he'll save.
Cloud9 getting rolling a little bit. At least for that round, they stay alive with 3 players. They keep that AWP as well. Gives them a 6th round. And now you're looking at Liquid's cash. A little bit lackluster. Probably will have to take the single save around that FAMAS, which will allow Cloud9 to potentially get rolling here. Elish forces. Interesting. I know he was double eco compared to the rest of the lads, but he goes for D Llama. Will be able to be dropped a gun by Grim in the next round, so let's see if he's able to do some damage here.
Bang. Sharp shot. That's going to be the opener.
Elish can clean up with the body shot though.
How does C9 deal with this and capitalize on the man advantage?
They're still just anticipating more aggression in this anti-eco. Trying to feel out what Liquid's doing. Still holding all the angles, but as the clock starts to tick down, they need to do something.
Anything?
Just
something.
Just something together. They take that long control with a couple of flashes.
There's the contact found and the equalizer. Elish now able just to pick up that AK. What knife was that? I've never seen it spin like that.
Who's?
Elish. Did a bit of a whirly bird.
Found the one body shot that he needed to clean up that kill, but he lost a lot of HP in the meanwhile. Cloud9, 35 seconds, really running this clock down. They throw the flash into Monster. Now, starting to move up long. They are very disjointed. They really don't have a lot of time on the clock. At least Liquid is not stacked on that big side or anything. On that A side, rather. Actually, they're starting to reposition. Oh, this could go terribly for Cloud9.
But indeed, Naf has gone searching through Connector to see what he can find, and it's from us that he was looking
10
for.
seconds.
Yeah, there's 4 seconds to plant here. Sonic, he's going to just barely get this down. Cover is good for C9 as JT makes his way over towards the truck. Now, re-smoke a jumper. Team Liquid looking to reposition. And it looks like Elige as well as Naf are just happy to save the rifles across. Twists and Stewie forfeiting the round, but trying to find some exits.
Feels like he's just molding.
I know no one was on that A site, right? But, like, they did not have any info at all if anyone was stacked on A, and they ran into the A site anti-eco with 10 seconds on the clock. Like, oh.
Oh, Stewie has almost a lineup there, but he's only got the USP to play with. That's going to be an AWP retrievable, and Team Liquid might just be laughing. Stewie should not be able to get away now. Tagged down to 0. MOTM securing the kill. We'll dive for it, but look, another round on the board for C9.
It's gotten so expensive for Cloud9. Dear God. Just down to that single player. Sonic, if they want it all, he'll probably have to drop it over. So very, very dicey anti-eco there. There you go, Mac. You got the slow-mo of the knife spin and you weren't even watching the screen.
Yeah, it was. It was sick. I still don't know what knife it is.
There's attack pause for C9.
That's how you know you're a CSGO boomer, when you don't instantly know what skin is what.
Oh, a skeleton knife. Coming from the back lines there. Production coming in clutch.
Very spooky.
Spooky.
Skeleton.
It's almost Halloween.
Did you know inside every one of us is a skeleton?
That's a lie.
Wow. Have you done physics before?
I don't think that's physics, Mac.
That's biology. But I was just trying to trick you, so you're on the money. Good job.
You were trying
You're
to
awake.
trick me.
You look pretty sleepy right now, that's all I'm saying.
What? I didn't wake up at 2 AM after only having 3 hours sleep.
Oh.
That's a weird thing to say, Mac.
That's where you do your best work, Jordan. This is peak performance.
Peak performance indeed. So far, so good actually in this second half. I'm happy to see Cloud9 starting to come back into the swing of things. No point going to a third map if it's going to be a pushover. So want to see them make this close.
This and the next gun round are going to be the most important because this is where they start to close that scoreline disadvantage and push Liquid a little bit once they start to get close in terms of the scoreline. But if you see Liquid actually pick up this round, then Cloud9's money is going to be a bit cooked. And from that position, Liquid will be able to get up to that like 14-7 sort of scoreline, and that's where it gets a lot harder for C9 to come back. So C9 need to get these rounds nice and early, make sure that they're not chasing too big of a scoreline too early on.
Yep.
Starting to through this A side of the map. They want to take that bathroom's control. They've left Sonic to lurk in towards that B water position. He often does a good job over there, just keeping tabs on the rotations and sometimes choosing a good time to backstab into B.
40 seconds on the clock. Peek from Naf. Just looking rough for Lige. He's isolated in the corner. Molly doesn't spread, so not checked initially. MOTM is going to be traded through, and we're back to the 3-on-4 situation. As it looks like Sonic, he wants to try and prod towards the B site, but instead just groups up with the rest of the boys over towards A.
JT is going to be the key one here. Coming up long.
Not an easy duel to win against a player like Stewie, who'll peek onto OC. So in the end, it's actually a trade for JT that's required, and he gets that done quite nicely. Liquid's stuck. They're not going to be able to rotate up effectively because of that Molotov, so it'll take them a bit of extra time to clear things out toward Bank. That's where Twist is headed.
No kit for the CTs here.
But Grim has that flash at the ready. Twist, he's going to try to make a hero move. Grim through the smoke. Now Sonic just stuck at default, denies the cross. Twist, it's all up to him. He's been so good at multi-fragging in these situations, but C9 come alive at the right time. Now just 4 behind Team Liquid.
This is fantastic for them, getting all the rounds they need at the perfect times. They've once again put that CT side economy on the single save. So again, they win a round where they're essentially getting 2 for 1. Cloud9 really running the clock down here in a lot of these rounds. I'm keen to see if Liquid's going to start playing a little bit more greedy with their utility in the next round. Maybe go into that double orb setup to punish some of those slower plays. And if that is the case, whether Cloud9 in the next gun round do pick up the pace. Very sharp shot by OC, denying Naf any amount of damage there with the scout. And Elige is going to pick it up and give it a crack himself.
Liquid definitely struggling a little bit so far on their CT side. Not making too many inroads into Cloud9. A lot of the rounds, again, have been quite clean, I suppose, from Cloud9. Might be a good way to put it. Very reminiscent of Team Liquid on the T side, so maybe it's a bit of a T-sided matchup. So far, it certainly seems to be the case. Liquid don't have too much to their name to really make an argument with at the moment. Elige, scout in hand, jumping scout, love that, but OC quite prepared, patient, ready and waiting. That's the end of Elige. Now it's Grim's turn with that scout. Twist's holding close with a P250 and a smoke blooms right in front of him. So could get a bit of work done here. MOTM though flying around the corner, and in the end it might actually be a nearly perfect round from Cloud9, only dropping OC.
Gotta love that entry route from MOTM. Head down, strafing around the corner, and still manages to get the entry. So now just trailing by 3. Cloud9 crawling back into the game as Team Liquid finally move into another bye.
Yeah, Cloud9 have a pretty decent money in their back pocket here, just in case they do get reset. They can recover from a single round loss, at least for the time being. Now Liquid, much better buy for them. AWP on NAF, similar to what we saw on Inferno. Handful of utility. Seems like a bit of a slower approach here for C9, just working their way through the map. They do take a little bit of a peek up towards Party, but now very quickly, with 1 minute 30 on the clock, regrouping towards B, looking to hit that B bomb site in the mid-round. Plenty of utility here on these B players, though. Great flash onto the line, and Motive finally gets it done with the MAC-10. It was a struggle.
It was indeed. At that kind of range, can't really blame him. Back to the 4-on-4 though, as he is taken down by Grim. The smoke keeping Cloud9 at bay for now, but they have a lot of time. So they can call the cancel if they do want to and go back up to A, but Elige watching for that rotate.
That's beautiful from Floppy. Unfortunately, does go down because Elige is just a bit too damn sharp, but have cleaned out that flank position, and OC capitalizing, shooting the toes of the players, aggressing through Monster as well. And Cloud9 with 50 seconds on the clock, they're going to mid-round it back towards this A bomb site.
It's a good call. Team Liquid had both of the players down on B. They had the crossfire set up, and yeah, Chrome was on 7 or 4 HP, I should say, but can still frag. This is going to put Team Liquid a little bit more off kilter, and they're going to have to rotate up now as well, which is, in the end, going to be the correct call from them. 30 seconds left here for Cloud9 to get into the A bomb site, but a lot of util for them to play with. A couple of smokes, few flashes. They shouldn't be dropping anyone here on the entry. In fact, they're just going to walk in and save that util for the post plant. JT will get it down, no problems at all. And in that meanwhile, OC finds the one-on-one duel against Grim. So it is just NAF left now for Team Liquid. Money's really not looking good enough to actually commit to this retake. That'll help. JT's head pops up as well above the boxes. Can't find the frag though now. And now that that smoke is in his face, he's going to have no option but to back away.
There it is. Double digits found.
Yeah, another one for C9. They're going to single reset Liquid once again, who will probably just have to buy pistols around the AWP. They're pretty much close to full loss bonus at this point. This is fantastic work from C9 on their T side. It's playing this slow crawling style, running the clock down, anticipating the aggression and the rotations from Liquid and punishing them pretty consistently.
Some really nice shots coming through in that round. And again, Team Liquid just unable to get too many on the board here in the second half. So C9 doing a very good job to close this round gap, and they're almost there.
There's the pistols around the AWP. This would be exactly the kind of round that you do not want to lose as Cloud9.
Don't say it, Pilski. Don't do the cast the curse thing. If they lose this round, we know whose fault it is.
I'm going to say it's going to be Stewie's. He's the man wielding the big zoomer.
All Cloud9 fans will know, and they will come at you.
Is Max going to come at me?
I'm not a Cloud9 fan.
Yeah. Why are you
No,
wearing the
we know-
Cloud9 shirt?
Ryan at Rushby Media is in chat, their #1 fan, but he's not going to come at me. Anyway.
Hang on a second. Pilski.
There it is. Oh, no. Okay. Just going left and right. No good night just yet. Back to the 3-on-3 as Stewie starts to wrap around. OC manages to get away with the bomb and find the perfect timing. Now it's just the Deagle and 5-7 to try and get Team Liquid over the line.
They don't know short. They don't know short. Grim's still there. He actually doesn't go through the smoke. Could have been really bad for OC if he would have. But waiting for the smoke to fade. Now it is just Grim. I don't think that they're aware of him. Does end up getting spotted. Crisis averted for Cloud9.
Phew.
You can take a deep breath, Pilski. You haven't cursed them this time.
No. OC's getting warmed up here on
Good
the AK
steering.
for the most part. Now gets the AWP in his hands. There's attack for Cloud9. Aggressively taking tack pauses when they're winning round after round. You love to see it. Just making sure they're staying one step ahead, staying on top of things, getting a good read on where they're at and what they want to be doing into the next couple of rounds. At the same time, though, aggressively taking these tack pauses means that they have none left for when Liquid starts to win a round, so they won't have that extra time to be able to talk through any kind of adjustments or adaptations. They have to get everyone on the same page now and then start to mid-round a bit more and adjust on the fly in the freeze time over the next couple of rounds. Very, very close game. Once again, just a singular AWP on Team Liquid, on NAF. Full util. And Cloud9, a couple of these rounds getting dicey means that they don't have a crazy economy just yet. You know, they're still sitting around that sort of money situation where if they lose 1 or 2 rounds in a row, they could actually be on that single eco, which with Team Liquid on 12 rounds, it's not ideal at all. You don't want to be in that situation where Liquid could potentially secure a match point if you have to take a save.
Every round this deep into the game is just so much more important. Now front bathroom smoke coming out. Progression utility for C9. Just looking to take a bit of control at A. Liege, oh, might actually have a gap over the top, but good flash. Pushes him off the line, and he won't find a freebie this time.
Well, of the last 10 rounds, Cloud9 have won 8. That's going all the way back to the first half as well. But starting to get the sense that Cloud9 are the team with the momentum and might be the ones with the legs in toward the late stages of this map. Naf's been spotted, but he's still good enough to hit the shot. Floppy spams through the smoke to trade him down. Still keeps us in the 4-on-4, and who does that favor at this point? Well, it's hard to say because I was going to say MOTM's gotten onto the site, but Stewie dispatches of him quite nicely. That's a good spray from JT though, and the round continues to hang in the balance, particularly if OC finds the timing and JT continues to put in the work that he's already done on the bomb site.
2-on-2, Twist just shuts the round out almost. Oh, he's pulled the knife out thinking that he finished him off. OC 10 HP and the Tech 9 in hand. Can he land the deathly blow? No. Twist shuts him down, and Team Liquid are back in the game.
Team Liquid.
It's 8 AM, all right? We're getting there.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm almost awake. I swear. Hell yeah, brother.
Alrighty, well, Liquid win one of those 2 rounds that they need to potentially reset this economy of Cloud9. You see they've scraped the bottom of the bank, putting this buy together, which would give Liquid 14 if they win this and put Cloud9 on a single save, allowing Liquid to secure match point. By that same token, though, Liquid don't have a whole lot of cash in the bank themselves, only surviving with 2 players. Sonic once again has weaseled his way in towards short B. A double smoke actually onto Monster from Team Liquid, overlapping utility and wasting it. And this looks like that this full belt of utility as well on Grim. You can see he's got 4 nades. They're going to have almost no util on the B site, and you can see Cloud9 mobilizing back towards B. Sonic is just holding his fire. Trigger discipline so good.
Oh, and he just couldn't get the second man, but Twist's going to be stuck low in short, and he gets traded out nicely. Floppy doing God's work. Stewie just needs to buy some time for the rotations. Now hiding here in pit, and gets the first. MOTM not going to hard clear the corners, and now that could just be Cloud9 dropping the ball. Leash comes through. That's another trade back to the 2-on-2 as OC with the AWP now just trying to slide around. Doesn't managed to get spotted there by Nap, so that's a freebie on the Stewie, but a big one from Nap to equalize 1-on-1 now, AWP on AWP.
Who's it falling away from at this point? It's so hard to say. The round has just been so backwards and forwards. Bomb's in an awful spot for OC to grab, and he's on 20 HP, but I'm not sure Naf is aware of how low OC is. Still sitting there with the AWP out. Could be going down to that pistol for now. OC's going to bide his time and try to creep his way forward to collect that bomb, but when does Naf elect to push? In fact, will it be OC around the corner? That's a huge shot right into the head of Naf, and Cloud9 will clutch the round out. 12-13, the scoreline, with the money looking pretty rough for Team Liquid.
Yeah,
Looking
they're going to
pretty
have
rough for C9 as well, though.
They're going to have to take the single save here. Incredible after the read that Cloud9 got and those entries. That still comes down to a 1v1.
If Team Liquid have been tracking this economy, though, they can have almost as good of a bite if they do go for the force. But they haven't.
No, they still had like 3k in the bank, you know. They're not really incentivized to force as much because they don't have the loss bonus reset for them, you know. They still have a little bit of loss bonus. So they're just going to opt for the investment in a couple of pistols and try to get a couple of kills to keep that C9 money nice and low, and that's a great start for Elige. He's going to get another as well.
Not one more, surely. Sonic is going to trade him down, but he's already done a significant amount of damage to Cloud9. And C9, who won a very, very close round, can't be affording losses like this. The economy in the position that it is.
This could be a game-losing round for Cloud9 up against these pistols. They need to be able to recover. Sonic and JT, it's a South African duo now moving towards long, trying to recover an absolutely terrible situation for themselves. If they lose this round, they're economically reset, and Team Liquid could go up to 14 rounds, probably pick themselves up a couple AKs as well and get a nice boost to their economy.
Ooh, let's see if the South African synergy can get them across the line. They've been playing together for years now. Surely they have the coordination. Twists, though, lurking here.
Well, they picked up the pace, haven't they? Straight into that bomb site, made the noise, and JT gets the head off of Twists, but also cops a bit of damage in response. Grim on a huge rotate, but has an AWP in hand. He's missed the shot, JT. Oh, and not another one. Maybe falling apart here for Team Liquid. Grim salvages it, makes amends for himself, and knows that JT's around the corner, but the one-on-one, Stewie's going to go down, and Cloud9 will win the round. Grim is going to be kicking himself.
Oh, God. Such a roller coaster of emotions. Either way, look, I know Liquid did not get that round across the line, but they got the job done that they initially intended. All they wanted to go for with those pistols was damage, and that's exactly what they got. Cloud9, only one player surviving, so now that Team Liquid is going to be moving into this round with a full buy, if C9 drops it here, that's going to be yet again, like I said, Team Liquid securing match point. A quick one into B here for Cloud9. Twists trying to hold on for the rotations.
Yeah, very quick
stuff.
Straight in.
Here.
Well, it's going to be Twists, a double kill for him. OC and Motum able to trade things back on in for Cloud9, Naf and Elige. And now just Naf alive. He's been good so far on this CT side, but I'm not sure he's good enough, Mac, to get a 1-on-3.
Let's see if he can do it. Molly to mid-site, and it looks like the save is called. Maybe just the full rotation and retake. No, all right, all the way to long. So that's the round. C9 now in the lead. Just need 2 more here on the T side to close out map 3 and the game.
That's ballsy from Cloud9 in a round like that, to be going for a very quick one towards B. And you can see Twist was actually the only one on that B site in that critical round, so they read it perfectly, the setup that Team Liquid was going to go for, and they punished it correctly. Gives them the score lead for the first time in ages. Have they even had the score lead this entire game?
No, not on this map.
So that'll be the first time. Going up 14-13. Liquid now will probably have to, yet again, buy pistols around the AWP.
It's pretty hard to have the score lead when you go down 10-5 in the first half. It's always going to be a grind right until that 11th hour.
It's the first time out for Liquid.
Well, this is where the big brain of Moses needs to come into effect. And maybe it's not even a big brain kind of a thing. Maybe Liquid knows exactly what they need to do, but they just need that mental reset. There's a lot of factors that go into a game this late in the piece. Naf's got himself that AWP save. They're probably talking about, well, do we buy behind this? And, well, here there is a few words being put in by Moses, who's stuck in the closet. That's fine.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Leaking strats. Stop, quick. Okay, good, thank you.
Anyone read lips?
He said,
They had him in
just play better.
in sports teams.
14-13 though, fellas, and it is going to be the force buy from Team Liquid. Well, it's not really fair to call it a force buy. It's more of a half buy
Yeah,
here.
it's just pistols around the AWP with you till once again. Trying to keep that money down for Cloud9 and give themselves an outside shot at winning the round, which, let's be real, they probably should have done previously before JT and Sonic had that round where they were able to 2-on-3. Thanks to many different factors. Cloud9 taking things a little bit more on the slow side. Going to go for a boost into short B, but after seeing nothing, they're going to send Stewie in there for a lot of info. Now rotating back around to that A side of the map, Naf is going to be able to post himself up on a couple of limes. He drops that smoke onto the divider side and starts aggressing bathroom. So very sort of dynamic setup from Liquid. They've been all around the map at this point, now pushing up short B, pushing into connector. They have the whole map. And Cloud9 only now starting to walk into A. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock, and Liquid have so much info.
Oh, but his Sonic switched on. He certainly has the accuracy, which Elige did not, and that's going to be the opening now.
Imagine if Elige just had a Zeus there. What a difference that could have made.
Ooh.
Still, not the case, and Liquid are now down a player, 4-on-5.
Another flank, though, and a bathroom setup from Naf and Grim. Naf can take that first shot, and Grim can try to get that trade potential in with the 5-7 in close quarters.
Speaking of, C9 looking to position, but JD doesn't go in with MOTM. Now, Grim tries to swing, and the flank comes through. 5-7, though. A slight bit inaccurate. Now, Flash and Nate for Stewie to try and put himself back in, but it's Twist to dominate the A side. Bomb down for Team Liquid, 3-on-3. How do they fight their way back in?
20 seconds left in the round here. Mac Naf's got himself another frag. OC has to go through the smoke. It's fallen apart for Cloud9. What's happened to this round? Sonic, there's no way he wins it from here. He just simply does not have the time. Has to try and do some damage at least. Take the guns away. I've bashed my microphone. Things are getting too exciting. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that probably made a loud noise. Either way, 14-14 is the scoreline, and Team Liquid have salvaged the situation again.
They've cooked the money of C9, and that was just Liquid going, hey, we have a low buy. We don't really have a whole lot to lose here. Let's just go for some aggression. They went for the short B boost. That allowed Stewie to move in towards short B. You see Elige push connector. You see them start to flank B. They just take the whole map, and they know exactly what Cloud9's doing before Cloud9 even starts to make moves into bathroom. And now Cloud9, after losing that round, have to force here down to 2 P250s and a MAC-10. Only 2 AKs across the whole team here, and it looks like they're going to rely on this B execute. And Elige again just pushes all the way through connector. No respect. Instant flank straight up the ladder.
That's the kind of ballsy play that you're not going to be expecting from a team that's at 14-14.
He flanks A and gets full information that there's no one towards A. So you see the rotation come out from Stewie 2K. He's got the counter flashes and the Molotov. Liquid continuing to throw out more delaying utility. They know exactly what's happening here. And Cloud9 seem aware. They've got OC holding the flank down. He actually punishes it. 1 minute on the clock. Do Cloud9 second guess themselves and go back towards A? Or do they stick to their guns? Looks like they're going to continue to try to execute this B site play. Counter flashes from Stewie have got to be key here.
Naf still in a solid position towards A to get the info, though, so no rotation back does come through just yet. 40 seconds, C9, they've been taking a long time to make these calls, but this time, Team Liquid, the stack is going to be ran into again. Grim should be first contact. Twist playing anti, and it's a great entry. The MAC-10 doing some good work now. Twist with a double and maintains control of short. Bomb comes out, 20 seconds on the clock for Twist again. He's just going to be tapping away. It's a 14-14 situation, and Cloud9 have the man advantage.
Naf's going to come in on that rotate, but he is smoked off for now, which will allow the bomb plan to go down. And again, we need to look toward Naf to be the hero for Cloud. Oh no, he's missed the shot. Team Liquid holding their breath.
He's still got a smoke to be able to throw out on the bomb. Does reposition one player with the Molotov. It's a vertical crossfire between Cloud9 here.
He's against the clock in close range. MAC-10 has the advantage. C9, 1 round in the lead and 1 round away from taking the win over Team Liquid and causing the upset again here today.
Force in from Team Liquid. pretty lackluster. Do have that AWP on NAF, and a bunch of these players going to have to go down to Deagles, MP9s. Very lackluster weaponry. Not what they want to be working with in a round like this. And Cloud9, so disciplined.
They can feel it as well, Pilsky. They know it's on the cards right now. They've been here
holds
before.
onto a Mac 10 in a round like this. Wow.
Oh, he's been doing pretty good work with it, to be fair.
That's trust in the Mac 10, man.
Great weapon.
Yeah, they named it after Mac.
Every
when he was
time.
10?
Oh, double push into short. Sonic, he's isolated. This is untradeable, and
Wow.
Grim gets it with the double tap of the MP9.
Yeah, just the double dink straight off the bat. This puts pressure on Cloud9, who are starting to make their way through Connector and A.
They do have an isolated fight, though, against Elige, but he's been really dangerous with the Deagle so far. Has another chance here and gets a couple of shots into JT, but not enough to actually kill him.
Again, look at the push from Stewie, though. The man has been making info plays this entire game. Again, he just pushes through short B straight onto the flank. Him and Elige have just been flanking Cloud9 every single damn time.
Flanking and spanking.
Oh, he's going to continue pushing Cloud9. They once again have slowed things down in the mid-round, only now just taking the bathroom. This is giving Stewie more and more time to get in on the flank, and in the meanwhile, Liquid have completely stacked this A site. Surely they should be able to close out this round and get themselves into OT. Liquid, they have the perfect setup, but how will Cloud9 execute here?
And Floppy's not going to check this at all, but Stewie almost caught with his knife out. Floppy falls. That's a man advantage again found, and it looks like C9, they are going to route just straight into the A site, which Team Liquid is fully positioned for.
Here comes the push from Cloud9, but they're going to have to be quick. They've only got 18 seconds. They need magical entries. Modem is going to be the one that needs to get them. AK in hand, can't hang on to it. Team Liquid, they forced it to the overtime. Cloud9, they can't finish things off yet, and we are headed into the next stage of this game. It's not done yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, girl, I cannot teach anymore. Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and now wait for an answer. Wish we could smile when shit's rough nowadays. Change our reactions. Feelings don't die around this neighborhood. We used to sell a double pills, young and misunderstood. Tell me what is changing from your point of view. A smaller circle, but the range is for some deja vu. I recognize my future, and there is nothing with you. Unless you turn your boat around, success might come recruit you. But unless you analyze in depth that we're steps away from death, 1,000 possibilities, act on it, Johnny Depp. For real, cause we're lonesome towns, trying to know how far that brought us down to you. I don't wanna be stuck in countless doubts. I just wanna smile and run away from you. I swear to God, man, I just wanna be a model for my brother. Hey, I just gotta work until I'm on the covers. Hey, I just gotta work until my songs are covered. Hey, I just wanna make it pressure be my mother. Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile when shit's rough nowadays. Change our reactions. You just gotta love yourself. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta.
Cloud9 and Team Liquid going all in on the entertainment factor for the final map of Overpass. There was a 10-5 T-side for Team Liquid in the first half, and then a 10-5 straight back from Cloud9 in the second. Here we are into overtime, and ladies and gentlemen, this is entertainment at its finest. Two great teams going head-to-head, and into the overtime, it's time for one of these two to finally kick that ball over the line.
Yeah, the prophecy has been fulfilled. This is the third time in a row that these two teams have played Overpass, and it's gone into OT yet again. So it seems like they can't close this series out in regulation, at least on Overpass. Now Cloud9 have taken this short B control. Also sizing up Connector a little bit. Not much aggression from Team Liquid in the earlier parts of the round. Instead, trying to look for some cheeky tricks in the mid-round to try to find themselves the pick. Doesn't work out for them this time. And Cloud9, you do see OC spotting out that A side of the map. Gonna throw that smoke onto bathrooms and a flash over Divider for his friends up Connector. It's nice timing from them, pushing Naf onto the line, just keeping his friends alive.
Yeah, some good util, and the smoke drop there. It's Sandwich again. Just looking to slow the push down in bathrooms. Nade through, but C9 chose to go inside. Now,
aggression up short B, and also towards bathroom for a lead. These duels are going to be critical to see who's going to come out ahead in this round.
Twist backs away, and it looks like it's the full rotation back to A instead for Team Liquid. Twist in a very untradeable position now as C9 continue to wait. 30 seconds on the clock, and they still haven't taken full control of bathrooms there. It's looking awkward. B site open for the taking, and that's the direction they're coming from. MTM, perfect moment to strike, and in comes that utility.
22 seconds though, they've got to get a move on here, Cloud9. They're going to go quickly through Monster. Bomb is headed in the direction of the bomb site, but they're losing players. The double AWP, they've arrived. Elige on the rotate as well, finds JT. It's all over, the round's done. Floppy can't get this done on his own. No time to plant, and realistically, he's feeling like he's out in no man's land, because that's that. Team Liquid put it up to 16.
Yeah, it should have been around for Cloud9. They had the perfect read in that situation. Took the short B control, took bathrooms. They were anticipating the aggression, and they even find that first pick. But I feel like where that round really falls flat from C9 is, unfortunately, the lack of utility in terms of the smokes and the flashes. You know, they had the Molotovs onto the ABC to stall those rotations out, but they just needed a heaven smoke. They just needed a flash over the top of the pillar or something like that to get into the site, and that round was theirs.
And there was also 4 seconds on the clock when he tapped it, so he could have actually planted, but just expected the aggression. 90% short.
I think it went down to 3, but
No, I don't think he had time.
It was on 4. Anyway.
2-1. 2-1, Mac. That's all I'm going to say.
You guys don't, you don't play the game. You don't play the game, it's okay.
Oh, I've definitely never played a game of Counter-Strike in my life.
It's alright.
Never. Alright. Deep into short B once again. Sonic's been doing a great job over there, you know, just taking that control, keeping tabs on the rotation and relaying information. Seems to do a good job for Cloud9 over there. And once again, he's secured that control and allows his teammates to start to join up with him. OC spotting a few things over towards the A side of the map. And now Cloud9 rerouting back towards B, going to keep things simpler and not going to run down the clock nearly as much this time around.
It's probably for the best. Here goes MOTM straight out through the monster tunnel again. Team Liquid have a good setup on the bomb site, but Grim gets run down. Twists this time, no multi-frag for him. JT nearly burns alive in that molly, but he'll be okay for now. And it's time for Team Liquid to make their retake happen. Numbers disadvantage.
Solid position of the Molly, just stopping that boost from happening. Now just trying to make their way back in. Elige gets traded through Stewie. I think he might have got the tag there, but it's OC to close it. Sonic as well onto Nap, and that's another for Cloud9. And there we go. Finally, a bit of decisiveness being displayed. Cloud9 going for a mid-round approach rather than waiting for the dying seconds.
Yeah, at the same time, though, I feel like that's how that last round should have gone a little bit more, you know. Unfortunately, they just lacked the commitment to be able to dive into the site that hard, and also they didn't have this heaven smoke. That makes a world of difference because you've seen Liquid utilising those AWPs quite a lot in this OT. They've gone for the double AWP yet again, so if you're giving too many angles to the AWPs as you're crossing onto that big site, you're going to be finding some difficulties. Elige on the AWP once again. Couldn't manage to connect, at least for the time being. So he's going to swap back with NAF towards that A side of the map. And you will see the aggression up towards long A from Elige in the mid-round, while NAF holds on to Divider and Bathrooms. Cloud9 working their way through the A parts of the map this time, and again, just leaving that one player towards Connector. They don't have the short B control this time, but Liquid's not contesting it either.
Eye of the storm, really. Everything slows down just before it speeds up. Cloud9 with a lot of utility right now. Set themselves up in bathrooms, a little bit over toward long. Elige takes that duel, but JT has been consistent for Cloud9 today and finds them another opener in this round. So, Liquid trying to hold on to the A bomb site. We'll throw some counter utility back. The AWPs going to town. Naf and Stewie combining for one apiece, and there's plenty more where that came from. Stewie's posted on the line. OC goes down. It's just Sonic and JT left now for Cloud9, and they've only got 30 seconds.
Just waiting now, Naf, for someone to overextend. That's a freebie. Sonic gifting it. JT can't trade. And another round on the board at the half. Team Liquid lead by 1. 2 on the CT side to Cloud9's 1 over on the terrorist side. Now, back to the T side, C9 go. Or Liquid go, rather.
That's actually pretty good for Team Liquid. We saw in regulation time 10 rounds on T, 5 on CT, so you'd think maybe 2-1, favouring the T side. In this instance, Team Liquid have gotten more than a pass score on the CT as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, doing a good job there. Let's see if they can close on their T side, though. C9, they do have access to the double AWPs now, something that they weren't really able to put to use as much in regulation, really.
Faster approach, Stewie with the miss. MOTM lucky to be alive there.
Wow, that is a lot of utility for Cloud9. They've thrown 3 Molotovs on the A side of on the B side of the map and 2 mollies on the A side of the map, like about 20 seconds into the round. So they have no mollies left whatsoever. They have found that one pick pretty early on, so that's going to go quite nicely for them, but now have to rely on the smokes and the counter flashes as they head in towards this late round. Also, somewhat relying on the AWPs and aggressive positions like this one that Floppy's worked his way into, covered off by Sonic holding that connector line. So still a couple of snags that Liquid could slip up on from these aggressive rifling positions and the AWP angles.
Ooh, it's not a very good run boost, but that's okay. It's not going to cost Team Liquid anything. Bit of a creep forward here from Grim, but not a fun angle to challenge. He's going to get the double swing, though, from his mate as well. Stewie chiming in, but OC chimes in a little bit better. It's a numbers advantage still, and OC going to be setting himself up with the AWP. That's a big one. 3 players go down, and that will be the round, surely, for Cloud9.
Let's see what Elige can do. Ooh, he looks the wrong direction at the wrong time, and Floppy capitalizes 4 alive, and we do see the double AWP setup picked up by C9.
Yeah, just those Molotovs being thrown out in the early portions of the round and the AWPs, giving a lot of space to Cloud9 to actually make this aggression work. They really struggled to do that in regulation, but now that they've got full utility, it seems like they're more in their comfort zone with this double AWP setup and allowing the AWPs to go for aggressive plays. That's worked out nicely in the first round. Now back into the 5 rifle setup for Liquid. They're looking to potentially try to pick up the pace.
When Sonic has this one-on-one in con, let's see how it's dealt with by Twist. He's only got that molly in this round, so looking like he was trying to make a more aggressive play, and it's worked marvelously.
Has indeed. Advantage in the round for Team Liquid, and they've taken control of short water. They've lost control of bathrooms, though. Cloud9 have at least pushed into that area of the map. OC standing in front of the smoke, looking into Fountain, but eventually backs off, and so Liquid are the ones with the run of the place for now.
Yeah, they've only got 2 flashes to get them into one of these sites, though, and a couple of smokes. So we'll see what they're going to be doing here. Aggression now from Floppy. He's in very low on HP. He's been flashed out of the smoke and can't find Naf, who's actually been able to punish that aggression quite nicely. So it goes bad to worse for Cloud9 now, trying to navigate a 3-on-5. And it's not like this is a one-dimensional approach from Liquid. You do see the push-up long A from Liege. They have a lot of information, a lot of control and emphasis across the map, and they're going to be able to mid-round any which way they want.
Lots of util thrown towards B, and that's certainly dragged all the rotations through for C9. So all eggs in one basket this time. Stewie might be found in the moment, but can OC connect? Not this time. Trade comes through, but even so, that's a 2-man disadvantage still for C9. It's going to be hard to play back into the round from here.
Yeah, 1-for-1 more than acceptable for Stewie there when they have a numbers advantage like that. Now, Cloud9, 2 players left. I mean, they've got plenty of cash. It's 16k OT, so there's no reason not to go for this retake. But pretty dire straits, and they make a lot of noise running up from Connector. That'll be Grim to finish off JT, and maybe MOTM as well. He does. 18 on the board for Team Liquid, and now they've got 1 series point to play with.
Right to the end, Team Liquid just continue to swing, continue to pound away, and manage to get another chance.
Well, both of the times this went into OT in the last 2 Overpass games, it was done in 1 OT. Didn't go to a second, so if we're going to continue following the trends, this should be Liquid getting it done. But we won't count C9 out of it. They've been doing some decent work on the CT side here.
Yep, OC had that one really nice round at the start of their CT half of overtime. Definitely can't count them out. This sort of feels like there's another twist and another turn to this map. JT tagged down to 5% of his HP.
Yeah, I think he's just getting spammed through the wall there. Unfortunate. Definitely not the round where you want to be playing from low HP, but to be honest, JT can do a pretty good job supporting with utility. He always does. Floppy's also getting tagged down, so Team Liquid, without really facing Cloud9 directly, have chipped down a couple of players and sort of weakened them up towards this B site with spam and utility. You love to see it. Now Liquid with a minute on the clock. Just waiting to see what a Liege finds towards A. He's just poking and prodding towards Party. He's going to go check long as well. Now some utility into the big site from Liquid. They're not trying to force the issue. They're just trying to draw out utility from Cloud9, make it easier to get into the site if that's what they want to do. But as the Liege hasn't seen anything yet again, you're going to see Liquid actually go back towards the A side of the map.
C9 rotate 1 up as well, appropriately. Bit of noise going to be made by Team Liquid, and Floppy, he's gone all the way into Monster, so that's going to be an early stack for C9 as OC just tries to dance around the truck. This time finds 2. Can he get the 3rd? No! Misses the flick onto Nap, and it's back onto the 3v2.
Yeah, Sonic's going to have to try and salvage this one alongside Floppy. Cloud9, the hopes of the team resting on the shoulders of these 2 remaining players, but Floppy round the back has a bit of info, pops the flash up there. Sonic hits the shot. Now it's a 1-on-3. Oh, he nearly got it done, but Team Liquid, they've secured it. 19-17 and the 2-1 victory today for Team Liquid in a heartbreaking